Good evening, America. This is American Bulletin, bringing you the stories that matter, the facts that count, and the news that shapes our world. It's Friday, December 5th, 2025, and we begin tonight with the stories dominating headlines across the nation and around the globe. We start with breaking developments from Washington, where congressional leaders are racing against the clock to finalize the federal spending bill before the midnight deadline. Sources on Capitol Hill tell us that negotiations intensified throughout the afternoon, with both parties attempting to bridge significant differences on key appropriations. The stakes are extraordinarily high. If lawmakers cannot reach an agreement, federal agencies could face a partial shutdown beginning at 12:01 a.m. tomorrow, affecting hundreds of thousands of government employees and critical services across the country. House Speaker and Senate Majority Leader have been meeting privately for the past several hours, and insiders suggest that the sticking points remain focused on defense spending allocations and social program funding. The American people are watching closely, as are financial markets, which have shown increased volatility in afternoon trading, reflecting investor uncertainty about the political gridlock in our nation's capital. Turning now to international developments, tensions in Eastern Europe continue to capture global attention. NATO officials convened an emergency session today in Brussels to discuss coordinated responses to escalating military movements along contested borders. Secretary General addressed reporters following the closed-door meeting, emphasizing the alliance's commitment to collective defense while calling for diplomatic solutions to prevent further deterioration of the security situation. European allies are watching these developments with considerable concern, particularly as winter approaches and energy security remains a pressing issue for millions of households across the continent. The United States has reaffirmed its commitment to supporting democratic nations and maintaining stability in the region, with Pentagon officials confirming that additional military resources remain on standby should the situation require enhanced deterrence measures. Closer to home, we're tracking significant weather developments that will impact millions of Americans heading into the weekend. The National Weather Service has issued winter storm warnings across the upper Midwest and Great Lakes regions, with forecasters predicting up to 18 inches of snow in some areas by Sunday morning. Major metropolitan areas, including Chicago, Detroit, and Milwaukee, are preparing for hazardous travel conditions. Airlines have already begun issuing travel waivers, and we're seeing reports of preemptive flight cancellations at O'Hare International Airport and other major hubs. If you're planning to travel this weekend, transportation officials are urging you to check your flight status frequently and consider delaying non-essential travel until conditions improve. Road crews are pre-positioning salt and equipment, but authorities warn that even with preparations, driving conditions could become treacherous very quickly once the storm system arrives. On the economic front tonight, Wall Street closed mixed as investors digested the latest employment report released this morning by the Labor Department. The numbers came in slightly above expectations, with the economy adding 227,000 jobs in November, while the unemployment rate held steady at 3.7%. Economists are characterizing this as a resilient labor market that continues to show strength despite higher interest rates and ongoing concerns about potential economic slowdown. The Federal Reserve will be watching these figures closely as policymakers prepare for their final monetary policy meeting of the year, scheduled for mid-December. Market analysts are divided on whether the central bank will implement another interest rate adjustment or maintain the current stance as officials assess inflation trends and economic growth indicators. In technology news tonight, a groundbreaking development in artificial intelligence is making headlines. Researchers at a leading American university have announced a significant breakthrough in quantum computing applications that could revolutionize everything from drug discovery to climate modeling. The team published their findings today in a peer-reviewed scientific journal, and experts are calling it one of the most important advances in computational technology in the past decade. This development comes as the tech sector continues to navigate questions about artificial intelligence regulation, data privacy, and the societal implications of rapidly advancing technology. Congressional committees have scheduled hearings for early next year to examine potential legislative frameworks, balancing innovation with consumer protection and national security interests. Before we go tonight, we want to leave you with a story that reminds us of the extraordinary kindness that exists in communities across America. In a small town in rural Kansas, residents rallied together this week to rebuild a family farm destroyed by fire last month. Volunteers from across 3 counties donated time, materials, and resources to help the Johnson family get back on their feet before winter. It's a powerful reminder that even in challenging times, the American spirit of neighborly support and community solidarity remains as strong as ever. That's American Bulletin for this evening. Thank you for trusting us with your time and for making us part of your daily routine. Stay informed, stay engaged, and stay safe. For all of us here at American Bulletin, we'll see you back here tomorrow evening. Good night, America.